Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. My name's Tracy and this is another sofa Sunday. Been a bit of a busy week all in all, and I've made a lot of stuff and been doing some tutorials and some filming. So I'm going to show you one finished object. Now I made this for the 2020 challenge for the homeless, and I liked it so much and I had quite a bit of this yarn, so I made myself one. So I've got one of these cowls. The tutorial is up. It's called, because this was the stitch naming, it's called the Rocky Road stitch, and it's a scarf or a cowl. Somebody has asked me about it, so I thought I would just let you know. So I made another one of those for me because it's the weather's turning it is getting a bit chilly. So also made one of these. This one was for Gemma, and it is basically just a neck warmer, and it's very stretchy because I made it with foundation treble crochets, which of course are double crochets in the US, and I made it with the Ice Yarn Magic Glitz, and I absolutely love it. It's sparkly. Even these white bits, it's not picking it up so well because of the colour, but even this it just glistens. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's lovely yarn. I've loved making it, so I am busy making another one for me because it's really cold out now and I don't like being mega hot, and with this you can pull it up and then you can have another cowl or a scarf on. So I've made one of those and I'm making another. I'll come to it in my pile very soon. This may be it actually. Yeah, here it is. So I've got my little project bags. These are bags that the dust covers that come with handbags, and I've long since got rid of that handbag or not use it anymore, so I just use them for project bags. It saves hang on, I don't want to lose my stitch. Let me just make it bigger if I can. Don't quite know why I can't. Never mind, because that's not my stitch. Silly me. That's the stitch, I'd already done it. Right, so I've started on another one. I've only got that far so far, but and there's my little join that I'll have to cut, sew up. But I just love, see that you can see on the lighter colours now that it is actually picking up, that there is glitz all through it. Not so much on the white, you can't see it, but it is there just as much as any other colour, and it is absolutely lovely. Now I have the same problem with this ice yarn, the way it's wound, as I had with the Hayfield Spirit. So you have to be careful, otherwise you end up with a bit of a knot. So a big chunk has just dropped down, so I'm going to wind that up before I go any further. Wasn't a massive amount, but it does do the same thing. So you have to be really careful as you're working with it, that you don't end up with it becoming an undoable, if that's a word, knot. So I've got the hook, I'm putting that in there so I keep it with it, and so I don't, when I pick it up, forget what I'm doing. So there's my one little project bag. So also I started to make this, Season of the Granny. Wanted to do yet another granny square, but I'm not liking it so much. Drop my yarn on the floor. Need to get a bit more. It's I don't know, it's a little bit too floppy for me, if you know what I mean. I haven't joined that yet, but I like my squares to have a bit more substance, and they are, I think I made a mistake on that corner, but I'm not, it's too holy. I've got to work on that before I do it as any kind of tutorial. I need to work on either work on it or scrap it altogether, because I'm not keen on big holes and I'm not keen on big stitches, and it's kind of needs a bit of work. So that was that one. Now you'll be pleased to know, because I keep getting asked when this tutorial will be up, and the answer is this evening. Part 1 will be up this evening, and I've made this just now and uploaded the video, which I've got to go through and do all the optimizing. So part 1 of this tote bag will be up later on. Be early evening for me, so I'm not sure what that time frame will be for you guys. So I've still got this that I'm going on with, and I have, as you can see, I haven't got very much further forward with the joining of my chunky mile a minute blanket, but that doesn't mean I haven't been making the strips. I've got quite a lot in there that I need to join on, but where I've been busy with all these other things, I've not had much time to sit and do it, but I will do because I want to get that done. Now this bag, it's got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head on it, and these are the kind of bags that you can pick up. They're like little totes. You can pick these up relatively cheaply. I've got quite a few that I bought from Hobbycraft that were plain, and what I'm going to do is, not with this one because I like Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, but I've got one that's advertises cat food, so which came free. So I'm going to turn them inside out, obviously, cut off the corner and shape it so it's more like this, and then that is already a liner for my tote bag, because I don't like sewing much. I do cut as many corners as I possibly can, so all I need to do is get rid of these handles, trim it all up to the right size, and if I have to lose one edge, at least that'll just be the one edge, and then the rest I can use their expert sewing. So I'm going to adapt one of these. It's not this one because I like that one, and maybe put that as a liner. So that's that. So this is my project bag for this blanket. So it's quite big, but there is a fair amount of the yarn in there. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I've made quite a lot of these strips. There are a number of them in there that need the dark edge and then attaching, and I shall get on and do that when I've got a bit of a break in filming and running around. So that is a massive project bag, and I can't get everything in there. I can't even get the blanket in there, so that's got its own little bag. I keep it in this snazzy little number. I love those bags that I get from Poundland, so I'm just going to pop that in. Now you may remember I made this square for the season of the granny, and I made 2 of them, and I really love these. They're not hard to make, it's the wrong word, they're tedious to make because you've got to join all these little squares, but once you get going then you start flying with them. But I want to turn this into a little project. I don't really want to just waste them in as little squares. In fact, I haven't fully attached this one yet. I've got to do that part, but what I want to do is I want to turn it into maybe not an iPad. I've got a tablet that's similar tablet, and I want to turn it into a case. I just need to sew that bit, or rather slip stitch it together, and I kind of need to add a bit more around it, and then I'm just going to make a little case because I've got one that doesn't have any kind of case, and rather than buy one I'm just going to turn that into one. So that's all my WIPs. Well, not all of my WIPs. I've still got that twisted granny blanket, which sometimes get called magic or mystic square, or there's a multitude of names for it. But I got that square from a tutorial by Creative Grandma. I loved it. There was a lot out there, a lot of different ones, but I know that when I wanted to learn it, and I liked hers, so I thought it would be the good one to watch. So people have asked me if I'll do a tutorial on it, but I might do. There's already quite a lot out there. Twisted Granny, Mystic Granny, there's lots of names for it, and they're all very similar. There's cushion tutorials and stuff, but I might do one as I've been asked to, so you can watch out for that. So what else have you got to watch out for? My yarn swap with Kit from All Things Crochet and Knit with Kit. At least I'm getting a name right now, because I was knit and crochet, I was all over the place with it, but now at least I have a name off pat, so that's good. She has put up her video showing the yarn that I sent her. She'd asked me for Poundland yarn. I said, you know, tell me kind of what you like, what you don't like. And so I knew the colours to avoid, and she said that she really wanted to try the Poundland yarn. So I tried to put in there lots of different Poundland yarns so that she had a cross section. So some there's more than others, because I stuffed as much as I could in that box. And there was about 4 balls I couldn't ram in and get in there anymore and close it. So I sent as much as I could to her, and I also sent her that Hayfield Spirit that I love, and she did like that, so that's good. So if you haven't seen it, it's not a video just solely for the yarn swap, it's incorporated in a normal podcast. So head over to All Things Crochet and Knit with Kit. Okay, I got it again. So head over there and watch that if you like, and give her a bit of love. If you haven't already subscribed to her, she's got a lovely little channel. So yeah, watch hers, and then you will see mine. I think that is scheduled to be up and running today. I have Shout Out Monday tomorrow, so that's another one to watch out for. There's lots of great channels on there, and not all of them are going to be crafty channels. There's a couple of little surprise ones that are not, but yeah. So that's my so for Sunday. I have had some lovely happy mail this week, and a nice little surprise one from Madonna Ballard, who sent me an Amazon voucher electronically, which was a massive surprise to me. And with that, I've been buying crochet hooks, because I intend to keep going with my reviews of crochet hooks, and I got 2 sent to me. You've probably watched the video of the Susan Bates hooks, so that's lovely. I've been using those and getting and I've used the small one, and I've the bag that I'm making, which I've put over there, I already had bought a Susan Bates with one of those grippy handles, and it was a 4.5, so I've used the same hook that I used for the other one, but it's not too bad a thing, because it's still a Susan Bates. So at the moment I'm using those, and I'm going to find some more projects with larger yarns so I can use the others and do a good review on them. So I think my little bag is empty, and that's all I've got to show you. So yeah, watch out for those things coming, and there'll be more. You know me, there'll be more. So I'm also hoping to do another live before I go home, but I'm not quite sure when that will be, so I can't give you a time, but I'm hoping to try and get one in before I have to go back home where I have no internet. But I am coming back during the day, and I'll be able to do bits and pieces, so I could maybe do an early one, but I know they don't suit everybody. But until I've got proper internet at home, I'm at the mercy of where I can sort of fit them in. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't already, you know the drill. Hit the little subscribe button and the notification bell, ding on that bell, and you'll be informed when all this wonderful yarny goodness comes your way. Oh, and birthday month, lots of giveaways, so do find them. I'm going to put a link at the end of the video. At the end of all my videos going to be some thumbnails to click on, and one of them will be the giveaways, so don't worry if you can't find them. You just need to click on that and it will take you there to all of them, so you won't miss out. Watch out for the winners videos for my mid-month giveaway. One of them ends virtually now, anytime, so I'll be doing that soon, but I do have to go and see Dr. Dolittle today. So going with Gary, his brother, and his niece, whose name is Yasmin. So we're going to go and see that, and hopefully it'll be good. So yeah, watch out for all those things coming your way. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now, everyone.